Hello everyone and welcome back to the match here on WWE 2K24. This one is a bit different to our normal matches. This one is going to be an ultimate submission match. Now what does that mean, I hear you say? It is going to be an Iron Man match. The match will go for 25 minutes. And the only way to get a point during this Iron Man match is to make your opponent tap out. So basically at the very end of this, we're going to give a point to whoever has the most submissions. And then in the ranking system, whoever has the most submissions is also going to get a bonus point in the rankings for winning the match. But what we're also going to do is, if you have a plus in your submission, so basically what I'm going to do is, every time you make somebody submit, you get a point. Every time you are submitted, you're going to lose a point. That's how we're going to do it. And if you're on net positive at the end, you've got more submissions than being submitted, you can have that as a bonus point in the ranking system to help you develop as well. Does that make sense, or I overcomplicated it? I possibly overcomplicated it, I'm not sure, but basically the name of the game is make your opponent submit. If you submit, you lose a point. If you submit someone, you gain a point. Whoever has the most points at the end wins. Simple as that. So at the moment, Bryan Danielson defeated Zack Sabre Jr. No, he didn't, did he? He did, yeah. So Bryan Danielson defeated Zack Sabre Jr. in AEW. Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Bryan Danielson in New Japan. And Hechicero defeated Zack Sabre Jr. in CMLL. This weekend, actually, just gone. It was a fantastic match by all accounts. I would like to try and grab it at some point. I think you can actually watch CMLL on their YouTube channel, but you have to pay to actually watch the pay-per-views. I think it's like £7 a month to be part of their membership to be able to watch the actual pay-per-views, which is probably not bad if you want to do it for 1 month and just binge a load of pay-per-views, but it's a bit much, isn't it? So I feel like the first sort of 10 minutes or so of this match is just going to be working down your opponents, but I think as the match goes on, yeah, stuff like that, just the chop block at the back of the knee there by Zack on Danielson, the boot in the gut as well. At the moment, you're just trying to weaken your opponent's extremities, ready for the inevitable bombardment of submissions that will happen later on in the match. And it's Zack who's in control at this point in time. Misses his knee drop attempt, though. Danielson now with the Saito suplex as Hechicero re-enters the ring. We've seen a bit of Hechicero recently on AEW. He's had about 5 or 6 matches so far over the last few months, which has been quite entertaining to watch, actually. I quite enjoy his style, to be honest. He is very much a submission-based wrestler as well. I mean, that's the one thing that a lot of people neglect to think about sometimes. Is a lot of these Mexican wrestlers, although they are very high-flying and do a lot of this crazy stuff, a lot of them are also a bit like Angelico as well. They're trained very well with their technical and groundwork ability as well. And Hechicero is obviously fantastic at that, as he avoids. Remember, it's a triple threat, so technically it is no DQ. As much as I don't really want weapons being utilised in this match, because I want it to really be about the technical aspect. As there is an armbar locked in here. And Danielson's smart there. He knows he could come in and break that, but he doesn't expect Zack to submit this early on in the match. And he knows by leaving it held on for a while, it's actually going to damage Zack. What also is going to damage Zack is a barbed wire baseball bat between the eyes. That's not going to help the situation too much. As we're almost 4 minutes in, no eliminations or no pins or... No, third time lucky. No submissions as of yet. But the damage has been done to various body parts, and you see the submissions now being locked in as Hechicero now showing his core strength for that headstand. Hechicero now has the stop sign, and that's what he says to Danielson. Stop! Wait a minute. Danielson just drop kicking away at the knee. And again, just smartly damaging each other's extremities, working them down for the inevitable submissions. You got to think the last 10 minutes of this match is just going to be people locking in submissions left, right and centre and just waiting for tap outs. I'm expecting to be quite high scoring. Don't know who's going to come out on top, though. All three of these guys are very accomplished wrestlers. We are doing a... I don't know, still haven't done it yet. We're going to do a pure tournament at some point. I mean, this is a fantastic sort of advertisement for that, really. But I want to be utilising some of the best submission wrestlers around. And just some of the best workers. I mean, the likes of potentially... got Dean Malenko as well. Owen Hart potentially as well. But then again, people like William Regal, people that are just really good, like, map-based workers as well, people that are very submission-based. These three are fantastic people to be putting inside that tournament at some point. When we do finally get to it, I mean, I've already got quite a lot of stuff on my plate that I'm planning on doing. As I said yesterday, I am planning on extending this out to a 3-week project, because I think there's so many great matches we could do, and I don't want to do what I did last week with the prohibited portal and just overdo it. Because that was just stupid. Doing 4 or so matches a day towards the end was... I mean, I couldn't handle the schedule, let alone anything else, but I had a certain amount of matches I wanted to do. Big elbow. Look at that chest strike in the back there by Hechicero. So we are about 7 minutes in so far. No submissions as of yet. But, oh my god, the running knee strike in the face. And Zack is busted. Zack is busted open. Hechicero now, oh, lovely backdrop with a leg hook. That's a Regal drop that was, wasn't it? And now Hechicero trying to take advantage while he had him alone. And now here he is working on the rib cage now on the side of the head while wrenching back at the arm. Very painful. Zack now gets caught with the elbow in the face. And Danielson, I've got a pile driver. Wow. Danielson, big boot away at the shins. And now Bryan Danielson does have the stop sign, which is pretty much dented already. And what's even more dented now as an imprint of Zack's face on the inside of it at this point. As there you see the cattle mutilation here locked in by Danielson. Now, as much as it is all about the submissions, it won't count outside the ring. They will only count inside the ring. Still normal rules apply that way. As we are almost 10 minutes into this match. No, I was originally going to do this as a 20-minute match, and I thought that might not be long enough, which is why I extended it to 25 minutes. And I'm feeling happy I did, because we're almost 10 minutes in. We've had no submissions as of yet, so I think it was smart for me to do that. As Danielson has both Hechicero and Zack rocked on the outside. As I say, Zack being busted open this early in the match does not bode well for him. Because he's now going to have to work busted open for another 16 minutes. Oh, look at that. Baseball bat, barbed wire right into the ribs. And, oh, Hechicero. Brutality incarnate. Danielson now backing away, taking a moment himself. You can see he's struggling. Well, yeah, commentator's curse there, isn't it? He had to prove me wrong there by doing a little jumpy roundy thingy. Zack goes straight after him. Danielson now throwing Zack into the ring, and Hechicero rolling through Danielson. Both guys back up to their feet. Hechicero sending Danielson back into the ring. Straight to the waiting Zack, who does the double foot stomp on the back of the arm. And now Zack taking down Hechicero by the arm as well. And again, Zack working on the arm. Oh, could snap it there as Danielson comes running along with that Bushido knee. Bushido knee. He hit him with a knee. Well, it's 10 minutes down. We are... Can I work out percentages here? Yeah, we're 40% the way through the match. 40% the way through. No submissions as of yet. I'll tell you one thing. The guys are loving weapons. I thought this... Oh my god, Zack! Zack just launched the ring steps right into the head of the grounded Hechicero. Be just my luck if these guys went the entire 25 minutes with no submissions, wouldn't it? Just my luck. I was expecting this to be like a 5-4-2 or something like that. Not at this point. I'm just wondering, you know. I did say it was going to be a while of just wearing each other down before getting those submissions locked in, but as Zack just gets a guitar broken across his back. Hechicero now sending Danielson back in the ring as Zack once again taking Hechicero down by the arm. As Danielson just dives into the pair of them, I don't think Danielson came out of that very well. Zack now strengthens the barricade by Danielson. Again, we are almost halfway through this match now. A minute away from halfway through. And Hechicero's arms have got to be in agony. There's been so much work done on those arms. As Danielson now working over Zack with the boots across the chest and a big roundhouse to the side of the head as well. And you see Zack being worked over there by the duo. Danielson and Hechicero working together as a duo to do the damage now. Hechicero with a fisherman's buster on the outside. Not a nice thing to happen. It's painful, I'll tell you that. Danielson now in control of Zack. Back in the ring he goes. Like I said, only submissions inside the ring will count. So they need to get back inside the bloody ring, basically. But it's not happening, is it? Everyone loves on the outside fights in this game, I tell you. They love it so much. But you can't win out there. I mean, it's smart. If somebody can get one submission and just keep the other two outside the ring for the rest of the match, you've won. As Zack once again rocking Hechicero with the ring steps, then Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson, whatever you want to call him these days, comes flying out and wipes out Zack. Hechicero now taking Danielson up. Danielson fighting back. Alright, Hechicero back in the ring with Zack. See, if Zack was smart, he'll get a quick submission here. But he's not. Hechicero now in control of Zack. Nope, Danielson's back in the ring. Running knee strike. I don't think Danielson caught all of it. The drop kick to the back there by Zack definitely got some. Again, if Zack is smart here, he can try and get this. There's the Russian leg sweep. He keeps a hold of this lock. And Zack has Hechicero locked in. Is this going to be our first tap? No, Danielson's there to break it up. It was our first real attempt, though. As we are now over halfway through this match without a single submission yet. But it does seem like Zack has started to work it on it now. Zack has decided now is the time to try and get some points. Wrenching back at the arm. Dropping the knees into the spine. Danielson now though, Sabre suplex on Zack. Danielson, don't go. Why are you going outside again? The AI on this game is so dumb. It's unbelievable. They do it all the time. You've got him exactly where you want him and you don't take advantage. The AI is so bad on this game. Danielson now with a boot in the gut and then one right in the neck as well. As Hechicero re-enters. Hechicero now sending Danielson off the ropes. Danielson catches him. And we're into the final 10 minutes this one now. We've had 15 minutes so far with no submissions at all. This literally could end 1-0 at this point. And it might very well do. As Zack now wrenching back at the hand of Danielson. Drops the knees in the spine as Hechicero is waiting for him. Hechicero now. Oh, look at that backbreaker. Does Hechicero have a submission in quickly though? I think he might. He does. He's going in for a cloverleaf style submission here on Zack. This could be the first one. It's not. How are we not getting submissions? This ultimate submission match is not very ultimate at the moment, is it? Oh, don't fight on the outside again. Get inside the bloody ring, please. Thank you. I should have banned ring out, shouldn't I? That would have probably helped. I don't know why Danielson isn't locking in a label lock every now and again or just trying something like that. He's gone to the outside again. What are you doing, Danielson? You've got both of them where you want them. Lock in a bloody submission. Zack now wrenching away at the face. This better end up in a good way because I ain't wasting 25 minutes of my life on crap. That's your job. Hechicero now with a clothesline. Boots into the spine, surely. With 7 minutes and 40 left, surely sooner or later we've got to start getting some submissions. Again, at this point, I'd be happy with just one. Hechicero sending Danielson into the corner. Springs off with a drop kick, beautiful. Hechicero now sending Danielson. No, captures him with a knee in the gut. Hechicero seems to me the most likely one here to try and do this. Danielson, for some reason, just not even trying submissions. He's hit his running knee strike a couple of times when really he needs to be locking in a label lock. That's what he needs to do here. But he seems intent on going for other stuff instead. Oh, look at that running uppercut there. Very European there by Zack. Boot into the back now. Oh, why are you going for a stop sign? Lock in a bloody submission. There we go, finally. The armbar locked in here by Zack. This could be the first tap. No, Hechicero breaks it up. There's the dropkick attempt now by Hechicero on Zack. And a big knee right in the face by Hechicero as well. Look at the blood at the head of Zack. That is rough. Danielson fighting back with a stop sign. And now gets caught with a drop toe hold. Locked in now the STF. But Zack was there to break it up finally, right? Finally people are trying. There we go, Zack again. In with a submission. There we go. Hechicero taps out to Zack. So Zack moves on to +1. Hechicero moves down to -1 in this match. We finally had a submission. Thank you, Zack. At least somebody's trying. I don't know if Zack can get another one on here on Danielson. This could be a big win here for Zack. And look at the bloody blood everywhere, though. Danielson once again rocking the kicks. So I said I originally want this match to be 20 minutes long and I moved it to 25. If it was 20 minutes long, we would have just finished the match at 1-0. I'm glad we got 5 more minutes here. But is anyone going to take advantage? Hechicero there should have locked in a submission on Zack, but he didn't. Oh, but someone who is unlocking a submission on Hechicero is going to be Danielson. And there is another tap out. So Danielson's at 1, Zack's at 1, Hechicero has been tapped out twice now. Right. Interesting stuff now then. Both Zack and Danielson are at 1 submission each. Hechicero has been submitted twice in this match now. Danielson taking him up. Drops him in with that pile driver. Hechicero has been a bit of a weak link in this one. The only man to have submitted so far. He's done it to both his opponents. What they need now, both Danielson and Zack, is a submission on each other. Just to really turn those numbers in their favour. 3 minutes 40 remaining. Look at the mat. It is gruesome out there. Hechicero now taking down Danielson. I think all 3 men are heavily busted open at this point, to be honest. That's what happens when you have this many baseball bats covered in barbed wire in the match. Danielson's taken such a hit to the head that he's asking for a hot tag. Nice Northern Lights. Is Danielson thinking again about trying to submit Hechicero? With the smart thing to do. The smart thing to do is not to go to the outside at this point, though. I don't know why Danielson's done that for. Because that gives Zack now the chance to pick him up and drop him onto a kick in the spine. Hechicero throwing Bryan Danielson into the corner. Zack just slapped him on the way. Oh my god, wow. Hechicero, he is the alchemist. The flame makes sense for him. What he needs now, though, is a submission. As Zack is rocked by the flames to the face. Danielson needs a submission here to get the lead in this match. With just over 2 minutes left. Oh, I wish the weapons weren't a thing. Thing is, you can't have a disqualifiable. I mean, you can in Iron Man, in fairness. Just give the other 2 guys a point, but there's the submission locked in. I mean, Zack's got to slide in the ring and break this, but it's too slow. Danielson taps out Hechicero for the 2nd time, and now Zack tried to do the same thing, but Danielson was on top of it. So it's now 2 submissions to Danielson, 1 to Zack, and Hechicero's tapped out 3 times. Neither Zack or Danielson have tapped once. All Danielson's got to do now is just survive for a minute and a half. And if he can get a submission on Zack, he'd be laughing here. But instead he's going to go to the outside again, for no apparent reason. Danielson now, nice super. I'm happy with this actually now. The score of 2-1, if it does finish this way, is a score I'm happy with. I thought it'd be more higher scoring than this, to be honest with you, but... Oh. Hechicero now taking down Zack. Takes him up, in with a big, fisherman's brainbuster. I mean, there's only 35 seconds left. I don't think Hechicero is going to get 2 submissions in this time, but I mean, at this point in time, if Hechicero can, if Danielson can just stop Zack from getting 1 more submission in the last 20 seconds, Danielson should have this. And at this point, Danielson is going to get a point for winning the match and +2 bonus points for the 2 submissions without being submitted. Zack will go -1 for losing the match, but he'll get +1 for his 1 submission and 0 being submitted. And that's it. That is it. It's Bryan Danielson who's going to win the match. And I'll be honest, I quite enjoyed that. As much as I panicked about it early on, I think that was actually a really good match. So Danielson gets 1 point for the win and 2 points for the extra 2 submissions, which is going to move him up to a +13. However, I've not updated the rankings from the Battle Royale yet, where he got 3 eliminations as well eliminated. So he's going to be on +15 now. So finally, Danielson looks like he's breaking the top 10 in the rankings. It's about time. Zack Sabre Jr. had a fantastic first year, and then it has sort of fallen away for him. He's still, I'm not saying that, no, he's still pretty high up in the rankings, in fairness. He is going to get a bonus point for his 1 submission, and he's going to lose a point for losing the match. And then we have Oh yeah, Hechicero's new, isn't he? We've not put him on the rankings yet, so let's get him added. I'm starting to add notes to some of these guys in the comments on the ranking system now as well, because I know that, well, for me, who's been making this, I'm getting confused with some of these people now. So, Hechicero, he is going to get a -1 for losing this match. There we go. Right, I love you, leave you. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one, and it makes you hungry for potentially our SWE Pure Championship in the future. Submission-based, map-based, the best wrestlers we can find. It's all about in-ring ability. The likes of, Bret Hart, Owen Hart, Bryan Danielson, Claudio potentially as well. Hechicero, Zack Sabre Jr. Just some of the best, Benoit, Jericho. Some of the best submission-based wrestlers around you can think of. Some of the ones that have been very much overlooked in the past for stuff because they're not exactly the best on the mic. It's all about the in-ring ability. Dean Malenko's another one that springs to mind as well. So yeah, I'm going to love you, leave you. Good night, God bless, I'll be the same. I'll see you next time, bye-bye.